Hydrophilic versus hydrophobic. What does water do to molecules? First off, what is water? Water molecules are made of 3 atoms, 1 oxygen and 2 hydrogen atoms, sharing a polar covalent bond. This means that instead of one atom donating its electron to another, they share the electrons between themselves. Water molecules are polar, meaning that while they have an overall neutral charge, the hydrogen atoms have a slight positive charge, while the oxygen atom has a slightly negative charge. This is due to most of the electrons hanging around the oxygen atom more than they do the hydrogen atoms. This allows hydrogen atoms to form bonds that are called hydrogen bonds with other polar molecules. Water also forms hydrogen bonds within itself, from molecule to molecule, making it a very cohesive substance. This happens because the partial positive charge of the hydrogen atom attracts to the partial negative charge of the oxygen atom. Hydrophilic. When molecules easily form hydrogen bonds with water, that makes them something called hydrophilic. This means that they are water-soluble. Water-soluble means that the molecules would dissolve if placed in a beaker of water. The water molecules essentially separate the substance and form what is called a sphere of hydration around those ions from the molecules, keeping them dissolved and separated. Some examples of a substance like this would be sugars and salt. Hydrophobic. There are other substances in which their molecules do not form hydrogen bonds with water. They are called hydrophobic molecules. Because hydrophobic substances cannot form hydrogen bonds, the molecules will not dissolve if placed in a beaker of water. Rather, they would just be surrounded by the water molecules. They will either float or sink depending on the density of the substance in question. Some examples of a hydrophobic substance would be oils and fats.